So yesterday I took this trike that I've just finished to the weighbridge to have it weighed. Today I'm taking it for an MOT, and then I thought what I would do is I'll probably present those two as separate videos. What I think I'll then do is record a video of actually going through the registration paperwork and showing you how to actually apply for registration for a new trike. So it's this one again. So I'll do a short video of taking this one for MOT, and then we will look at the registration procedure. So that was the MOT test. So yesterday we took the trike to the weighbridge and had it weighed to discover it was 320 kilos. That determines how it's tested. It will be tested as a class 3, or it was tested as a class 3. I think that's up to 410 kilos. So I didn't record the actual MOT because it's not my premises, and some people don't really want their images plastered across the internet, so just out of politeness I didn't film the MOT, but I can briefly go through what is tested so that you'll know if you're doing your own trike, if you want to get your own trike through. So in general it's the same as the bike MOT for the bike part of the trike. Wheel bearings, spokes, play in the steering head. The steering head is checked, fork seals are checked, all your lighting is checked, your horn is checked. Generally they go around to just make sure everything is fastened correctly. For the back end they obviously check the brakes. They check the brakes at the front as well, and check the brake pad wear to find, to see if you've got enough brake pad left. Again, in general, brake disc wear is checked. They make sure that all the bolts, nuts and bolts are tight. Onto the back end, they check the universal joint where there is a universal joint to check that that is tight. There will be movement on the front because obviously you've got the sliding joint at the front, but they check the movement to make sure that the hub is secure. They check the rear brakes, they check the rear handbrake to make sure that the rear handbrake is holding. It only needs to be on one wheel on a trike, but obviously I do both wheels because I like it to be a auxiliary brake as well, an emergency brake. They check your rear shock absorbers to make sure that your rear shock absorbers, the bushes are good. Again, these are all brand new, so everything's good on it. And they check the front bushes depending on what kind of setup you've got on the front. If it were an independent rear suspension trike, they would be checking all your linkages to make sure your linkages have only the acceptable amount of play in them, which is almost none. Again, if it was swinging arm on bearings, they would be checking that there's no give on the bearings, that there's no slack on the bearings. Rear wheels they check the same as they would a car, to make sure the wheel bearings are good, make sure the rear brakes work, make sure that everything is as it should be and tight. And obviously the lighting, they check the lighting. The only one other thing that they check, and this is on a trike that is under 410 kilos, it doesn't have to have a fog light, but it has to have four-way flashers. That's the only other thing that is different about the trike to a bike, is that it has to have four-way flashers and that there has to be a warning light. It doesn't actually have to be in your field of vision, but it has to have a warning light. So that's about it. So the next part will be the showing how to put the paperwork together.